It is absolutely time to exit your lazy girl era. Come here, sis. Come here. Come here. Come closely. Listen to me. It's time to glow up. If you've clicked on this video, then I'm assuming you need to glow up and you need some tips on how to do so. It is absolutely time to exit your lazy girl era. Now, I was the queen of, Mrs. 5 more minutes, give me some more time. But today, I have taken many steps to become a boss. Yes, a boss. And I'm gonna help you do the same. So let's get into this video. So for a while, I had just been feeling unproductive and lazy in a sense. And I was not always this person. Just to give you a little bit of background about, me, I've always been a very hard worker. I've done, multiple tasks, multiple things, and I was a very organized person. Somewhere along the lines, I got a little lazy, I got a little relaxed, and I just became so lazy. And I hate to admit that because that's just not me and that's not my personality. But you know what? I had to make a change. I was getting into this little funk and I was not productive. I would spend all day literally doing nothing. And at the end of the day, I was wondering why I was feeling so bad. It's because I wasted my day away, literally. Quite literally. And so I was like, I'm not this person. We have got to change. So that's what I'm going to help you guys do. I'm going to give you the tips and tricks that I did in order to boost my productivity and exit out of my lazy girl era. So step one, very, very, very first step, you need to set some goals, but not just any goals. They need to be attainable and they need to be measurable, okay? Like realistically. So what I mean by that is, for instance, let's say this week we're gonna use content creation, for instance. Let's say I have to record 5 videos, I have to edit 2 of them, and I have to come up with a script for 1 other video, right? So those are just 3 goals, but they were just pretty broad and pretty generalized. Well, what I started doing was taking those larger goals and breaking them down into smaller goals that were more realistic for me to actually achieve. Let's just say I wanted to have 3 videos done for this week, and by done I mean I wanted to record, I wanted to edit, and I wanted to upload. All right, so what I would do was set the realistic goal of recording the video, and I would say I want to record this video by the end of day today, Monday or Sunday, whatever day you want to choose. Then you'll set another goal. I want to edit or have this video edited within 2 days. And then my third goal, I would like to upload on this day. And by setting those smaller goals, it really allows me to just stay on task more and really feel like I'm accomplishing something because they're much smaller and they feel more attainable versus than just saying this broad generalized thing and I'm not achieving anything at all. All right, so step number 2, guys, you have to set some type of routine, okay? So it should realistically be about the same thing that you do all the time, because that routine is going to help you so much. Your body kind of already knows exactly what it is that you're going to do. I need you to set time blocks. Time blocks is something that is very helpful in number 1, achieving your goal and creating your routine. So let's just use, planning, for example, or actually editing. We'll stay on content creation. Editing, you're going to say, I'm going to edit from 2 to 4. And when 2 to 4 p.m. is up, then we're going to move on to something else. That is something that has saved me tremendously, because I cannot tell you guys how many times that I would just say, okay, I'm going to edit today. And before you know it, the entire day is gone. And I've literally done nothing else. Nothing else. So for me, time blocks is what's going to keep you on track, and I feel like you would achieve more once you actually have those time blocks. So that is something that I do recommend highly, highly, highly. Another thing with establishing a routine is that you create a nice, healthy work-life balance. When you incorporate the normal things in your routine, for instance, working out, let's say you are a 5 a.m. riser. I'm personally not a 5 a.m. riser, at least not yet. But if you're a 5 a.m. riser, you go to the gym, you are, incorporating your actual work-life balance, or you're incorporating your life into your work, and you can stay on that task and still accomplish and achieve so much. Now, let's move on to tip number 3. The third tip in order to boost your productivity and exit your lazy girl era is that you are going to prioritize your tasks. Okay, so something that I do like to recommend is using you can write down on a sheet of paper where you have urgent or most urgent to least urgent, and you are going to identify those tasks as urgent or least urgent, and you are going to tackle your most urgent things first, okay? And then you can slowly get to the least urgent things, but at least your most important things are complete. That is something I highly, highly recommend, all right? And we're moving right along into step number 4. In step number 4, I am going to encourage you guys to stay organized, okay? I feel like being organized is honestly the key to it all. I have always been a planner until I hit my little lazy girl spell, and so we're getting back to it. But being organized, number 1, allows you to not be so stressed, because everything is already planned and organized how you would like it. That helps ease my anxiety so much, because I don't feel frazzled in my brain, and it's just so much, things are just so much clearer when it's organized, okay? One of the big things that I recommend in order to stay organized is using a calendar. Everything goes in my calendar, and I have multiple forms. So some people like digital calendars or digital option or digital planning, and others like more of a physical copy of their planners. So I personally have to do both. I write in my physical copy, and then I also put reminders and things to do inside of my digital planner on my phone. And when I do put it in my phone, if it's something that's urgent or something that we need to do right then and there or within the next day or two, I will set an alert to remind me what it is that I need to do. They also have a task option or to-do reminder list on your iPhone if you're an iPhone user. I'm not sure if they have it on Androids. I personally have never had an Android, but I know that there are also productivity apps out there that you can use, and planning apps out there that you can use that I'm sure will be beneficial for you. So definitely stay organized. It is absolutely key, guys. All right. This tip number 5 is very, very, very important, okay? Because if you don't do this one thing, you are setting yourself up for failure. If you don't do this one thing, all of the other things are null and void. And that thing is to limit distractions. Now, I know. It's so easy to get distracted. And some people, it's easier for them to get distracted because they might have been diagnosed with things like ADHD. And so their attention span is just honestly not there. And I get that. I understand that. But you have got to try your absolute best to eliminate all distractions. The number one distraction that I found for me was my phone, okay? My phone, oh my gosh. I mean, from people texting me to me scrolling on social media, to me looking up stuff to purchase online that I know I didn't need at that time, to me texting. It was just never ending. And I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not, because it's 2024 and everybody's on their phone. But guys, we have got to find a way to cut down our screen time on our phone and eliminate all of those distractions. So here's what I did. I set time limits to my phone. I set time limits on my social media apps. So my Instagram, that's where I spent the most time. Now how I have it set up is that I can only spend 1 hour per day on Instagram. There's a way that you can go on there and put your timer on there, and when it's time up for it, that screen will kind of gray out and it'll let you know, hey, time is up on your Instagram or whatever app you decide to put it on. That has helped so much. Y'all, I was so embarrassed when I looked at my screen time, because my screen time, I would spend, I think, maybe on average 10 hours or more per day on my phone. And that's a lot of time. When I realized, like, hey, why am I not getting anything done? And then my little screen time report would come up. I'm like, oh, because I've just been wasting time on my phone doing nothing, achieving nothing, literally nothing. Instagram, it would say that I would spend like 5 hours, 6 hours on Instagram. And y'all, that is really a lot. So sometimes the problem isn't that, you know, we need to necessarily get off altogether, like get off social media altogether, but you just have to have better control of your time and the time that you spend on these apps. It's so hard, I know, but once you change that mindset up here, everything else will change and everything else will flow. Another thing that I've done to help eliminate distractions is put the do not disturb on my phone or focus on my phone. So we do a focus to sleep, or focus, of course, while I'm driving, or if I want to, you know, just do quiet time, I would put that on there. And that, you know, will not send any notifications to your phone if someone were to call or someone were to text or something like that, unless it's urgent. But I set that on there and that has helped tremendously. So I would highly recommend you do 1 or 2 of those options or all of those options in order to eliminate distractions. Leading me to my next point. Point number 6. You have got to have a clean space. Y'all, when I was in my lazy girl era, everything was cluttered. My entire room was cluttered. It was just stuff everywhere. And I was wondering, like, why am I getting just this antsy feeling? Why am I getting just so worked up easily and so upset and just irritable and all these other things? And y'all, it's because my space is not clean. It was not clean. And if you do not have a clean space around you, you're not going to have a clean space up here. You have to clear and declutter your area and declutter your mind in order to remain productive. And that is something that is very important. Very, very, very important. I know it's hard for my moms out there, or my busy people, working women, whoever you are. It is tough. But remember, creating that routine will help. And also decluttering your space is going to help your productivity so much more. Just try it. I wouldn't lie to you. Clean your space and watch how much better you feel. Let me know. Okay, guys. So point number 7 is you want to adopt great time management skills. If you do not have good time management skills, it's going to be very hard for you to actually be productive, okay? And by that, I mean, you want to schedule yourself rest breaks. Like, you cannot be on go, 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 and then you don't rest, because your brain and your body is going to be so fatigued that you're not going to want to do anything else. So it's vital you incorporate some rest breaks, okay? Another thing that I used to do when I was feeling unproductive, or I noticed that I was unproductive, is that I would just try to do something again, like I mentioned earlier in the video. I would just try to do something all day long. And that was just a no-go. My brain was just too tired and foggy and all of this stuff like that. And it left me at the end of the day just feeling like I accomplished nothing. So what I suggest is maybe working about an hour or so at a time, or maybe even 2 hours at a time. Let's just say 2 hours because you're doing your time block, right? Let's say you're doing a time block from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then you want to schedule yourself a 15-minute break right after. And then you're going to move on to your next time block activity or whatever it is that you're doing. And that's going to allow you to accomplish a lot more and be more productive because your brain is not so tired, so tired. So just definitely incorporate those breaks in there. Tip number 8, you are going to want to change up your diet and improve your lifestyle in general. The things that you eat, the things that you drink, and the things that you consume all play a vital role in your brain, how well your body functions, and how productive you are, okay? So for instance, if you are consuming a lot of sugar, that sugar eventually, like, you're gonna crash, right? Your blood sugar is gonna spike, and eventually it's gonna just crash, and you are not gonna feel like doing anything. You're just gonna fall off. So what you want to do is maybe not consume so much sugar in the beginning or early in the morning, because that's going to help you. Exercise, drink lots of water, get plenty of sleep if you can, at least 7 hours of sleep if that's possible, because that's also going to help boost your productivity. When you get enough sleep, when you feel rested, you feel like you can accomplish so much more with that, and you'll be good and ready to go. But if you're tired, if you didn't get enough rest, just think you are going to just be sluggish. Like, you're not going to want to do anything. You're going to want to take a nap all the time. You're just going to be tired and not want to do anything else. So you need to get plenty of rest. Get good exercise. It's going to make you feel so much better. I promise. All right, so tip number 9, you want to stay motivated and stay encouraged, okay? That means you have to encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. Ooh, that was a little bad, but encourage yourself. If you have to put sticky notes up on the wall, put sticky notes in your book, whatever it is, say, hey, I got this, girl. You got this, girl. Keep it going. Keep going. You're almost to the finish line. Whatever it is, motivate yourself and encourage yourself, and that's going to also boost your productivity, okay? You are what you see. When I was in school and I used to take tests, what I would do at the top of my paper prior to each test, I would say, you are going to pass this, and I would put a little scripture on my paper, and that motivated me, and that just gave me so much comfort knowing I believed in myself. I can do this. I'm going to do this. And I was ready to go. It just did something for me mentally. So you have to boost your productivity by encouraging yourself and staying motivated. That also includes, if you have an accountability partner, someone who can text you, hey, all right, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna knock this out. Like, a lot of people, and sticking along with content creation, have content creation friends, right? So they're gonna say, all right, where's your post? We got to get this video together. Let's go shoot some photos. Let's go do X, Y, and Z. You can do it. And they're just encouraging each other, and that helps them be more productive and stay on task. And our next tip number 9, is to celebrate yourself. So do you know, like, when a kid does something good, you have this reward system and you give them something, and they are so excited, and they're like, oh, I want to do it again. I want to show you that I can do it again. Like, they're more productive. They're happy. It's because they are celebrated. So it's the same with you. Celebrate yourself. If you knocked out, if you knocked out 5 things on your to-do list, on your task list, celebrate yourself. And it doesn't have to be anything big. You might reward yourself, with, a 30-minute episode show that you've been wanting to catch up on. You might have rewarded yourself with that. You might even want to reward yourself with one little piece of candy or chocolate or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, whatever you find that motivates you, that encourages you, and that you feel like you want, and it would make you feel good, reward yourself with that, because you're gonna want to do more of that. It's gonna feel good to celebrate yourself. You're gonna feel accomplished. You're gonna feel all of these things, and that is gonna just help you so much in your productivity. All right, y'all. This last tip really honestly should have been the first tip, but it's okay. We're gonna say the best for last, all right? The last tip is to pray about it. Pray about it, Lord. Like, pray about it, okay? So we believe in Jesus over here. We do, okay? If you don't, that's you. But me personally, I believe in Jesus Christ. And I believe that you receive the things that you ask for. In the Bible, it says, ask and you shall receive. Knocking, the doors shall be open. And, if you've done all these things and you just feel like, I'm still not where I need to be, then I feel like you should pray about it. Actually, prayer is my first go-to. Like, Lord, please help me be more productive. Please help me to eliminate distractions and to do, X, Y, and Z. So, yada, yada, yada. And I would ask for God's strength so that I can make it through and get what I need to get done. And that has just helped calm my spirit so much. That has allowed me to be more productive and just really exit out and get out of that funk. Because I'm not gonna hold you. I was in a funk for a little bit. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm in such a funk. Like, what is this? Lord, shake this off of me. I would have to, pray for that, because the devil is busy. But God is busier. You know what I mean? And he does not play about me. So I know that I'm not designed to live that way. I'm not designed to live a stressful life. And we're not, designed to have fear. We're not designed to be anxious and all of these different things. So you literally have to pray and ask God to remove that, and to help you, and to strengthen you, and to guide you, and all of these other things. So that is my biggest tip out of all of the tips that I gave to you. Pray about it, y'all, and just watch what God does. Just watch. Well, girlies, that is it. That is it for this video for today, and I hope that all of these tips were helpful. I know that if you follow these 10 steps, that you too will be out of your lazy girl era, and you are going to be the boss, Miss Mamas. So definitely try to do the tips that I listed out. Let me know how it goes. And I just want you to drop a comment down below if you've done these tips, if you agree with these tips or have tried these tips, and if you have any other tips for our sisters out there. I want you to leave a comment down below. Also, make sure that you like and you subscribe. So like this video. And then I want you to subscribe to my channel if this is the type of content that you like to see. I hope that this was helpful. I really, really, really pray and hope this was helpful for you. And let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. I'm so excited for your future and the things that are going to transpire for you. And yes, here's to your best and most productive self. Y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you in the next video.